Hey, welcome to another video in my MTG Brawl Quick Tips series. Today, I'm spotlighting two competitive Brawl decks that don't require any rare or mythic wildcards, other than the commander. I'll walk you through how each of them plays, what some opening hands you should be looking for, and some upgrades if you decide to craft them later on. Most budget Brawl decks struggle to really keep up. They're a little bit too slow or they don't do enough to impact the game, but these two can definitely compete. So, Ugin, this one's all about ramping and then exiling all their stuff. And Fynn is all about applying some early pressure and getting them to 10 poison counters. There will be deck lists in the description below. Let's get into it. First up is Ugin, Eye of the Storm, a simple, powerful, colorless commander. The plan is really straightforward. You ramp hard, you hit your land drops, and eventually you cast Ugin. When you do, he's got an on-cast trigger. When it does, it exiles a permanent that's one or more colors, and from then on, every colorless spell you cast exiles another one. He also has gain 3 life and draw a card, you can add more mana, and the ultimate pulls out all the colorless cards in your deck. The core of the deck is every 2 and 3 mana ramp spell you can get your hands on. Basically, any of them that add some amount of mana, you're going to throw them in there. We also need to hit land drops every turn, so we are playing more than 40 lands. We're playing 44 lands in my recommended version of it here. Missing a land drop in this deck is absolutely brutal. We don't really have much reliable interaction beyond no elemental blast, honestly. We have some graveyard hate as well, mostly just because this cycles for very cheap. With Ugin, the Mulligan decisions are very simple. You want to keep hands with at least 2 lands and 2 mana rocks, ideally. So here, for instance, we have 3 lands, 0 mana rocks. That's a no. Here we got 3 lands, multiple mana rocks. Perfect. That's all you need. Alright, so we did some ramping. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turn. We're doing Kotis, so hey, indestructible, who cares? Hexproof and haste, you got it.
It's the power of eons. I am the master of this world.
There you go. Can't hide from me forever, Kotis. If you want to upgrade Ugin Eye of the Storm, I highly recommend getting the Irencrag. It's 2 mana. You can ignore all the bottom text on it, other than it comes in untapped, can immediately add mana. You'll probably want Phial of Galadriel is one of the better 3 mana rocks. The top part of it's really important. If you draw a card while you have no cards in hand, draw 2 instead. So if you get Hellbent, you get to keep drawing 2 cards instead of 1. Other good ones, Emrakul the Promise End also is a very good one. This goes in a lot of different decks. And for lands, you probably want to get Ugin's Labyrinth. So any colorless card in your hand that has mana value 7 or greater, you can exile it, and then this could add 2 mana to ramp you quicker. I would prioritize it as the Irencrag first, Emrakul the Promised End, Phial of Galadriel, and Ugin's Labyrinth. Next up is Fynn the Fangbearer, a classic poison-based aggro deck. Your plan is really simple. You flood the board with cheap death touch creatures and sneak in damage any way that you can. Fynn gives the opponent 2 poison counters every time one of your death touches connects, so you only need 5 hits total to end the game. Once they have 10 poison counters, they lose. The early turns are all about curving out with these little death touch critters, and then keeping the pressure on. Later on, you can close the game out with a bit of Proliferate to finish it off. Your key cards are the 1 and 2 mana death touch creatures, and some efficient combat tricks as well. Especially ones that grant some protection or any ways of helping damage get through there, so you're going to be playing your Snakeskin Veils. Bite spells are also excellent here since your entire deck is full of death touchers. Any damage will kill the opposing creatures. So we have things like Infectious Bite, which is excellent. So your death toucher is going to immediately kill them, and then the opponent also gets a poison counter from this. So you have similar type effects throughout the deck. I also recommend a couple lands that can make your creatures unblockable, Rogue's Passage and Access Tunnel. For your mulligan decisions, you're going to want some early death touchers plus some combat tricks. So here we have no combat tricks. We'll find something better. This only has 1 land. Otherwise, it does have some good stuff. We have early Death Toucher, early Fight Spell, or Bite Spell, I should say. Many of those, in fact, but we need to find something better. So now we have some early Death Touchers and Fight Spells. So this will do. Ideally, we would also have Protection, but this will do. Alright, so we are doing our little thing with Fynn here. We attack with our puny little critter. And then I had a Fight Spell that also gave him a poison counter. Thank God. All right. All I had to do was draw that damn land. So I'm going to get 7, 9, and then proliferate to kill him. All I had to do was hit that damn land. Whoop, wrong one. There we go. Proliferate! So there you go. Pretty simple. We get our Death Touchers out. We do some biting. We do some fighting. And we get them with a 10. For upgrades, I mostly would recommend Staff of Completion. It's that pay 3 life proliferate part of it that's really good. Karn's Bastion, which also can proliferate. And then we have Venerated Rotpriest. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, whether that spell is your spell from a bite spell or an opponent's spell from them trying to remove it, that opponent gets a poison counter. So this helps add up a lot of the poison counters quickly. Both of these decks will offer strong game plans on this budget. Ugin plays a long game, ramping hard, then exile and all the things. Fynn goes the opposite route. You're going to end the games before the opponent can ever stabilize. They're easy to build and play, and they're strong options for getting wins in Brawl, and all without spending any wildcards. If you want to take them further, a few upgrades can go a long way, so good luck and have fun. Oh, and I've got more videos coming on improving at Brawl. Let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover. And once again, deck lists in the description below.